Hello and welcome to this episode of the Mixtape podcast. This is where we take a deep dive into the inspirations and influences of my guest as I ask them to select 6 tracks for their imaginary mixtape. Track 1 is an attention grabber. Track 2 is a song they sing in the car or the shower. Track 3 is a cover version. For track 4, I'll ask them to pick a song they wish they could have played to their 18-year-old selves. Track 5 is a song they would use to woo someone. Track 6 is a track that my guest feels doesn't get the attention or recognition that it deserves. Track 6 is for Patreons only, so if you'd like to support the creation of this podcast, it's patreon.com/mixtape podcast, or you can check out the link in the description below. You can join for free or subscribe for as little as $2 a month. There's lots of other Patreon-only content on there, including the opportunity to ask guests a question and to have a personalised mixtape playlist curated by yours truly. There's lots of other ways you can support me, a like or a follow on social media. Again, there's links in the description for that. Or if you are listening on Spotify, you can smash the follow icon or you can rate the podcast. All of these little things go a long way towards growing the platform, and I really, really appreciate it. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello and welcome to another mixtape. And today on the show, I'm absolutely buzzing to be joined by Sarah Martin from Belle and Sebastian. How are you, Sarah?
Oh, I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Very well, thanks. Really, really looking forward to your shows. You're coming to Australia in August. I'll just run through the tour dates real quick. 21st is Brisbane. 22nd Sydney, 23rd St Kilda, 25th Adelaide, and then lucky Perth gets 2 shows, the 27th and 28th. It's destroyallines.com or bellandsebastian.com for tickets and info on all those gigs. Has it been a while since you've been to Australia, Sarah?
I think it has. I don't know whether it was 2018 or so. I remember it was whatever year my friend Joanna got married, because we flew back and I went straight to her wedding.
Oh, okay, right. Cool. What I normally ask people coming down under, like, what can people expect? Obviously, a 28-year plus career, like set list wise, what can we expect from this tour?
We play a lot from over the course of our time as a band, and there's always some early stuff and some that we can play quite a few of the new ones, and we probably do like 3 or 4 new ones each night, and the rest from the rest of time, really. things that seem not that long ago are actually 15 years ago and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was going to get to that in a minute. By new stuff, you mean tracks from late developers, right?
Yeah, and a bit of previous, and the last 2.
Yeah, sure. So late developers is your latest album. That's been out a couple of years, has it, or a year or 2?
I think it came out, came out at the start of last year, but I lose track.
Yeah, no, same. So as I alluded to, like sort of there, 28 years, it's been a long time, and it doesn't seem like that. It's a bit scary, really, when you think about it. But over that time, how have you maintained a working band relationship and kept everyone together? What's your secret to longevity, I guess?
We've kind of grown up together. We kind of know how to prop each other up, and we know how to give each other space when we need it, and how to kind of support each other. And because there's so many of us, there's always, if you need to just lift your feet up and be carried along, there's a lot of us to share the load, and or another has had less in the tank to kind of contribute.
Yeah.
But just by getting sort of swept along on everybody else's energy, it sort of picks you up again, and it's quite amazing, really.
And when you're on tour, Sarah, like, how do you like to go? Do you like to get out and see the sights, especially somewhere as beautiful as Australia? Do you like to get around and do the tourist thing while you're in town?
I often do, yeah. I mean, actually, in Australia, we never have time. We never really have days off, but we do have. I've got a friend in Sydney, and I've got our old manager lives in Melbourne, so that's that's kind of the highlight for me, to get to see. And one of our other kind of old managers lives in Perth. So when you don't have a lot of time, I'd rather see friends really than do the
Sure.
tourist thing. But yeah, we've never had a lot of time off.
Mm. It's not a great time weather-wise. I'm not going to lie to you. Late August is
Is
like,
it not?
especially in Perth. No, especially in Perth, it's grim. Yeah, it's 5
Are you
degrees this
are
morning
you
when I
in
woke.
Perth?
Yeah, I'm in Perth, mate.
Are
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
kidding?
No, no, I am. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It was 5 degrees this morning when I woke up. So yeah, and yeah, we've only just started winter time now. So yeah, yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, you'll be right though. You'll be fine. So let's go into your mixtape tracks then, Sarah. So as I said to
Okay.
you before we started recording, when I get guests on, I like to, you know, dive into their sort of inspirations and, you know, influences a little bit by asking them to make up a mixtape and throwing some categories at you to put on. So I've got 6 tracks. We might not have time to do all 6, but we'll try and rattle through them as quickly as we can. So track 1 of your mixtape, and whenever I make up a playlist or even when I start the radio show, I always go in with an attention grabber, one that kicks it off in fine style. So if you were making up a mixtape and you were going through an attention grabber, what would you put on for that?
I think at the moment the thing that kind of gets my attention every time I hear it is "It's All Over Now, Baby Blue," the Van Morrison version,
Yeah, okay.
which that for me is way better than the original.
That we'll get to that in a minute because the track 3 is a cover version, so better than the original. Sometimes that's a discussion we have quite a lot on the mixtape. Have you ever seen Van Morrison live?
No, no, our old keyboard tech is his keyboard tech now, though.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. I think I saw him at some stately home or something in Essex, where I'm from, like back in the sort of late 2000s. But it wasn't a real gig. It was like sitting on a lawn with champagne and strawberries. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't really
Oh,
like, you know,
yeah.
yeah, it wasn't for me really. But yeah, it was good.
Mhm,
Nonetheless, it was fantastic. Brilliant, brilliant show.
mhm.
Okay, track 2, Sarah, for your mixtape is pick a song that you sing when you're on your own in the car or the shower. When you're going for it loud and proud, what do you sing in the car or the shower?
Well, I'm just having a think about that. Oh, it's probably. I mean, really, you want to know what is
Yeah,
kind of mostly in my head at the moment?
yeah, go on,
It's
yeah, go for it, yeah.
"On Battleship Hill" by PJ Harvey,
Oh, okay,
which is
yeah, yeah,
ambitious.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
ambitious.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
But,
great track. Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of being in the shower, right? With the tiles and the steam and everything. You can get that
yeah,
extra, like, do you know what
you
I
can
mean? It
get
gives
that.
you a little
You
bit.
get that extra octave.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Fantastic choice. So what I do, Sarah, is on the radio show, I'll be dropping the tracks in between us talking about them.
Hmm.
On the podcast, there'll be a separate Spotify playlist. So if you're listening on the podcast or the YouTube channel,
Hmm.
there's a link to a Spotify playlist in the description if you want to jump in and listen to Sarah's track choices. So as I mentioned at the beginning there, track 3, Sarah, is what's your favorite
Hmm.
cover version?
My favorite cover version, I would say, is "Queen Jane Approximately" by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that one.
It's a belter. And that's
Okay.
funny because I'm not the world's, well, obviously I'm not the world's biggest Dylan fan because I like other people's versions
Mm, yeah, yeah.
more.
I'd say Bob Dylan. Oh, you'll be episode 60, I'd say now of the mixtape, this in this format, and I'd say Bob Dylan appears at least every third show. He pops up somewhere,
Mm,
either as a cover version or as
mhm,
one of his originals. He's easily
mhm.
streets ahead, the most chosen art on the mixtape for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I was chatting to I had the drummer from the Animals on, and like
Mhm,
House of the Rising Sun Animals. And when a story starts with
mm,
we're on a pub crawl with Bob Dylan through Greenwich Village, you're like, oh, this is going to be a
mhm,
good one. Yeah, and he
mhm,
was saying about how their version of House of the Rising Sun is what made Bob Dylan plug in back in the day.
mm,
He listened to that
mhm,
version of it and was like, that's the way I want to go. And yeah, he ditched the
mm,
acoustic and yeah. So yeah, that was a great
mhm,
chat. Yeah, he's a really good guest, John. They're in Perth, I think, this week or next week. Yeah.
mhm.
So looking
Well,
forward to that gig. Track 4, Sarah,
brilliant.
is what is a track that you wish you could play to your 18-year-old self?
Yeah, I think it might be "That Summer Feeling" by Jonathan Richman or something.
Mhm.
I think that's a kind of That's quite a wise song, I think.
Yeah. What sort of stuff were you listening to when you were 18, Sarah? What were you into at that age?
Sonic Youth, Pavement, mostly Sonic Youth and Pavement, I would say.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
And I was very lucky and the Fall, and probably still The Wedding Present, The Cure, Depeche Mode.
Yeah. Essex Boys, good choice.
Yeah.
All right. And track 5, Sarah, is pick a song that you would put on your mixtape to let the listener know that you're like romantically interested. Like if you were trying to woo someone, what would be a song that you would put?
That's an easy one.
I go on.
And that's a Depeche Mode song. That's Somebody.
Yeah, fantastic choice. Brilliant. Absolutely love that. I'm absolutely gagging for them to come back to Australia. They haven't been for ages. Yeah, and I missed them the last time they were here. So yeah, hometown heroes, obviously. Yeah, and that is a fantastic choice.
I've never seen them. I've only seen them 2 or 3 times, and I've never seen them play it. But I think I would. It's definitely one of my favourite ever songs.
Yeah, a good friend of mine is he's the promoter for the Pink Toothbrush in Rayleigh, which is the UK's longest running indie club, and Depeche Mode were like they were like house band there almost back in the early days. Yeah, it's got some real history, that venue. It's a fantastic spot. Yeah, shout out Stu and the Pink Toothbrush. Just to round things out, Sarah, just future plans for Belle and Sebastian after the Australian tour?
Actually, a holiday. Stuart's written a book, so he's planning to go, and he's doing a wee book tour in the autumn here. So I think like we come back from Perth, and then we have one last show in Birmingham, a festival show, and then that's us. But I'm kind of part of an art collective as well as the band, so I've got some stuff going on with that I never mind having spare time to throw myself that either. Sure. Really.
Okay, so as we said at the start of the show, it's late August, the Australian tour, destroyallines.com or bellandsebastian.com for tickets for that one. Really looking forward to seeing you on the 28th. Sarah, last show of the tour. I'll be there in Perth. Can't wait for that. Safe travels down under, and I'll see you when you get here.
Thanks. Okay.
Thanks, Sarah. Take care.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much for listening to the Mixtape podcast. All the links that you will need are in the description below. Link to my Patreon, my guest website and social media, my social media, and the link to the Mixtape tracks playlist as chosen by today's guest. Thanks so much for listening. Until next time.